preferably, if anyone's gonna get smacked, it's gonna be me. Ethan?
Hi, Captain.
And
I'll slap myself.
There's upkeep.
Oh, that's the upkeep. The upkeep is Ethan slapping me.
Oh, are we doing an actual slap?
Yes.
All right.
I didn't say that, but if you do.
Backhand him.
Come on. Bring it. Come on.
Oh God, oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, boy. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh.
Use up those pain centers. That was a good one. That was a
Yeah,
good
no,
back.
you got to get that nice little whip.
Yeah, you have a mean backhand.
Oh yeah, and that was with no follow through because I'm not trying to actually hurt you.
I mean, it stung, but I just
it
had the satisfying sound.
Oh yeah, that's because I got the knuckles like right on the soft part of your cheek, so the rest was just boom like a drum.
Yep. Didn't hurt. Didn't even feel it. That hurt immensely.
I'm in incredible pain.
I'm in so much pain.
Oh God.
Anyway,
I'm gonna order food.
D&D. So you guys,
Yes.
you managed to get a ship full of, well, little goblins and, tabaxis, all little small races on this pirate ship. You managed to convince them to help you, to take you to this island. Yeah, convince them.
No, I just saw what Quinn posted.
Oh, what the fuck did Quinn post?
Oh, it's fantastic. Got the same energy as your Terraria World post.
Current.
I'm confused. Are we looking at the remove architecture?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a Terraria one I had where it was like I had a world called Quinlan's Bomb and I was going to delete it and it's like, would you like to delete Quinlan's Bomb? Yes.
Would you like to remove RJ?
And now his long-awaited revenge. Are you sure you want to remove RJ?
He's playing the long game.
The sequel
waited
we
long
didn't know
enough.
we needed.
Sequel we didn't ask for, we deserve.
Anyway.
I don't know about deserve. Being subjective
So
to.
you guys had a little small group of pirates help you out. You convinced them to help you get to this island and run your little ruse. And a certain bird, very humble, unassuming, totally not evil in any way, shape, or form, may or may not have done some things.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that's not a normal bird.
No, what? No. Perfectly normal.
Really, what keyed you into that?
Oh, I don't know. The satanic vocalizations might have done something.
Oh God, just the vocal
Might have.
lines of just your flesh will be a sacrifice for my ascension to God.
Was it more disturbing that the bird was saying it in another language and the child was translating?
I think we're more than used to Lazuli being that kind of person.
So you guys landed on Blackbiter Island, and you met a Mr. Sirius Cotline, as pompous as he looks. And you guys have started your little ruse of a small child pretending to be dead, a rich man looking for a potential reward for finding her, and the rest of you are seeking to play your parts.
It's gonna go perfectly.
Yes, of course.
Also, if your notes suddenly say Sirius is
jinx
at 0
it, Quinlan.
HP, you did that. That was definitely you.
See, I said it
All right.
ironically. So
I understand. Now it's time for phase 2.
Okay.
Sure you
You're gonna
did.
notice that he gets weaker in phase 2. That was also completely your design.
Ow. I need to stop being shit at DMing.
I think you were just up late playing Geist again.
Oh, I was playing Geist in the patch game design filtered into my DM notes.
Yeah, you set Sirius to 0 hit points and you set phase 2 to be weaker than a peasant. So.
Damn, Torval, so you're out on a boat on the ocean and you watch as all the fish in the water rearrange to say die.
What?
You don't remember
That
that?
it?
Yeah.
That was like,
I may have been asleep at that point. There was a point
No,
where I
Phoebe
went
definitely was.
unconscious.
Yeah, no, Phoebe was out by that point. I remember because Quinn was trying to leave, and RJ was begging him to stay to show him that point. It got to it. He showed it, and you were just like,
That's it.
"Is that it?"
Die.
RJ was losing his damn
I
mind.
like the part where it's like, oh yeah, hi there, people who are hungry. So I'm totally making this tomato soup, like 2 feet in front of you. Totally not putting rat poisoning in this bitch. All right, here you go. Lunch is served.
All right.
And then you put it out, like they eat it, and then 5 seconds later they just vomit up blood and die.
Oh yeah, no side effects. None of them taste anything. Nobody smells anything. There's no previous effects. It's just the most potent poison known to man.
So anyway, D&D. We're gonna
Yeah.
be starting with Sarai here carrying Leslie, who is playing dead with her magic, and you and Gunnir are walking up these steps to, because I don't know if I described this island, but essentially it's like a giant like rocky mound that's porous and has different caves and shrubberies growing out of the side of it, but there's a set of steps that go up, and on top there's walls, very large looking kind of castle palace type thing, and that's pretty much what you can see from being down on the shore where the dock is. And he was leading you guys, leading Surak and Gunnir up those steps. Ball had gone ahead. And Torval and Harrow, I believe you two were still on the boat. You guys hadn't left yet.
We're part of the plant explosives team.
Yeah, you were waiting with Vimos.
Yes.
You are the sneaky boys.
Alrighty. So,
For sure.
all right, we're gonna start on the boat. So, Torval and Harrow, what are you guys doing?
I feel like I'm probably whipping up one of my mutagens, just the one that's gonna help me in this scenario.
Okay.
So I'm probably good old celerity, just to get some extra decks.
Okay.
Is Vimos down here with us?
Well, he didn't leave the boat, so I will say Vimos is chilling in the cargo hold, and he is taking the kegs of black powder, and he's trying to put them on. He's putting them on a cart and trying to get them set up, roll them off the ship when you guys are ready.
So what are you gonna need from us? What are you gonna?
Yeah,
Is there anything I can do to help out?
Vimos is
I don't want to
going.
just sit here and do nothing.
Vimos is going to just kind of look over, just a little bit with one eye and go, "Do you know anything about bombs?"
No, but with enough directions, I could probably do something.
Okay. Rule number 1: no sparks. Not with this much patty cakes going on here. Rule number 2: no sparks with this many patty cakes going on here. All right. Rule number 3, most important one: no
Is
sparks
it no sparks?
with this many patty cakes around here. Rule number 4, I usually forget rule number 4, but
Well,
it'll
I
come to
don't
me
know
in
what it is.
time.
I think I can guess rule number 4. Is it no sparks?
That sounds like it might be it, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll pencil that in. I'm gonna add a little corollary to that just to keep sharp stuff away from me, so I don't accidentally set it on fire, because I can do that with my blood.
Your blood is fire?
I can turn it into fire. It's a thing I can do.
You might want to consult a doctor about that.
It's magic.
I ain't never heard about nobody having no fire blood, but that sounds like a terrible condition. You have my condolence.
You're my condolences.
You could possibly say it's kind of hot.
Oh my god.
I mean-
Torval is just sort of like.
Are you coming on to me?
Torval has Von Cloud flashbacks.
Oh. I don't think
What?
there's much for me to do now.
Why are you staring at me like
Until
that?
we're ready to go, I guess.
Yeah, we're just waiting for
Is there anything I need to
I mean,
Baby,
Is
no,
there
baby,
anything
no.
to drink down here? Like, is there any alcoholic beverages down here?
Me too.
but hold on. Oh, wait, a couple
My
things-
body.
couple things. First of all, didn't
Not for the world to
did
see.
Leslie already activate the feign death thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I activated it before we entered the gate.
So, not to rush or anything, but we do have we are operating in a time frame of about an hour, I believe, to get everything set up. So, hope we.
You're just gonna look at you and go, all right, you wanna do me a favor and maybe poke your head up there and see what we're dealing with?
Wait, actually, my eyesight is a little unreliable. Birdman, birds can see good, right? How are you at that?
I can see. I'll check.
Yeah,
I'll try and stealthily poke my head
my
out.
perception's a
Hey.
+0.
Arrow, give me a stealth check.
Does a mod 20 do the job?
All right, so Harrow, you poke your head above deck, and nobody seems to notice you. You see on the deck of the ship you guys are on, there is a single guard just kind of mulling around. Perfect.
This is the guard from the
Oh, it's-
island, not.
Oh, it's too sweet, but it's good though.
Admittedly, it's like Ghirardelli triple chocolate. Probably give you a small bit.
I'll do it, but still, it's too sweet for me at least.
And for you,
Oh boy, I appreciate it though. Yes. So
I
there's
could
this.
get you some toxic waste if you want. I still have it.
Ooh, wait, is it the candy?
That very same candy that Phoebe recorded us eating, and you nearly died.
No, I think I'm good.
You sure? It's real tasty.
No, it's not.
I could go for some toxic waste.
good, except.
To clarify, this is a guard from the island. Yes.
Yes, this is one of the island's guards.
Yes.
So there is one black market guard that is just kind of patrolling the ship. He walks, he goes over to the sides, he looks over, and that's really all he's doing. Give me a second here.
Delicious tea.
And Harrow, I will also say, with the stealth check that you got, you are able to make your way over to the side of the ship while the guard is on the opposite side. So you avoid him without really any issue. He's not very attentive right now. So you get over to the side of the ship and you look at the docks. And you can see on the docks at the moment there are two more guards that are going about, milling about, and doing, just dock hand work. And that is what you see.
There you go.
Do you report back?
The guys on the docks, how close are they to each other?
People on the docks?
Yeah, the two guys on the docks.
The distance between them varies because they're going about and doing different tasks. Occasionally, the tasks do meet up and they are next to each other, but for the most part, they're staying away from each other.
Metal Gear Solid mode activated.
I'm gonna get back below deck if I can.
Okay, you'll go back down below deck, no problem.
So I saw three guys. One guy up top, and there's two guys on the docks next to me.
Alright, we're gonna need to do something out there.
Yeah, the nice thing was that the two guys seemed like they were staying away from each other.
Did it seem like the two guys were able to have vision on the dude on the deck?
Considering he was on the opposite side of the ship from where I was looking at them from, I'm gonna assume he couldn't see them and they couldn't see him. We might be able to just push him overboard or something.
Yeah, I feel like we gotta do something about him. Because one way or the other, we gotta get to the lifeboats, right? So we can transport the barrels. Was that the plan?
Pretty sure.
Boy.
I can't.
RJ, the mic is muted, so I don't know what you said.
I don't know if you're talking to us or Ethan, but we can't hear you.
No.
Good. There we go.
Ah,
Okay.
there he
we
is.
go.
Okay. The mic was not. I was clicking the button. It wasn't.
Vimos is going to say to you, Torval, he'll say, well, sounds like the best plan we got.
Alrighty. Yeah. So I don't really have a lot that can take care of that guy. I got blood curses. I don't think they'd be much help in this situation.
So Vimos is going to look at the two of you and go, well, I have a lot of options. I got cherry bombs, dynamite,
It's gotta be-
firecrackers.
You've just been waiting to use that quote, haven't you?
Quiet. They got snapdragons.
Are
They
there-
make a little popping sound, you know.
You think two guys on the shore are going to be able to hear it?
I don't know. How good's their hearing?
I couldn't test their hearing. I can punch this guy, and I can punch him hard enough. He won't be able to do anything for a bit.
That might be a
We
So-
can possibly.
What if you punch him so hard that he can't do anything, and then we chuck him in the water?
that was actually what I was about to suggest.
Yeah, I think we could. I think we could do that.
All right.
I'm just gonna sneak back up on deck.
Okay.
Uh,
Vimos is going to follow you. Yes, give me another stealth check.
If you can't stun him, cover his mouth somehow so he can't scream for help.
It's a 14.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
So you and Vimos are going to sneak up on deck while this guy is mulling about, and Vimos is going to look at you and go, so, you want me to distract him and you punch him, or do you want to distract him and I punch him, or wait, no, you're the one that does the
Hera's just
punching.
gonna put a finger up to his mouth and just. And I'm gonna walk up behind this guy. And if he doesn't see me, I'm just gonna tap him on the shoulder. As soon as he turns around, I'm gonna punch him in the face, spin a key point for stunning strike.
Okay, what, he has to make a save, right?
Well, yeah, technically, I think the attack has to hit first, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. I'm just laying it out, so.
And would he have advantage because undetected?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on this one because he didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's how hiding works. But yeah.
Well, that sure is fantastic. So I rolled a 3 and a 6. So
Okay.
plus 8, that's what, a 13? Does a 13 on the trick hit?
14. 6 plus 8 is 14.
You're right, I'm doing math wrong here.
On this guy,
does
a 14 just hits.
Ooh!
I'm now going to spend the key point, and the DC is 12? 6, no, wait, that's not what No, it's Stunning Strike. It's a con saving throw. DC 12.
Okay. So this is what happens. You sneak up behind this guy and you go to hit him, and you slightly trip on one of the boards that are up on the deck, and your fist just goes headlong into the back of his head, and he just goes right down the ditch,
Oh!
Wait, is he
and he's
unconscious?
out.
Oh,
Well, that
no.
works out.
We were almost
from
Well, sure, you're not
One
jamming a
there.
Three Stooges routine.
below
And that's all we are.
Below next here. Did you stun him?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Vimos is going to make his way over to this guy, and he is going to drag him over to the side of the boat and say, so we tie him up or we throw him to the fishes?
Let's just tie him up and gag him for now.
Yeah,
All right?
I don't want to make too much noise.
All right, fine. And he's going to go back down to the steps of the boat, and he's going to call out and go, "Hey, tiny pirates!" And a couple of them will come out. Tie this up, and I'll just toss. He'll literally just shove the guy down the stairs as he rolls and bangs his head. And just
Oh.
Well,
and
I'm
the
just
different.
watching that. Well, that's a concussion.
And the different short pirates will grab him and pull him off down into oh god, they'll pull him deeper into the ship and tie him up.
The brig.
The brig. We'll take it to the brig. That's fine. Just trying to remember my ship terminology. All right, what would you guys like to do?
All right.
Do you need a post-it note for ship terminology? Because this isn't the first time you've had issues with ship terminology either.
No, I will do it on my own merit.
No, see it. You have to understand. We have to hoist up the thing, and then batten down the what's it.
Down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? I think somebody should stop it.
Yes. Anyway,
We're gonna
I
crash
guess we
again.
gotta get the kegs going onto the lifeboat. So for the lifeboat.
yeah, we want to make sure we grab lifeboats that are hopefully on the other side of from the shore. So
Yeah, they're on the side away from the docks where you think you won't be seen. There are 2 lifeboats hanging on the side of the ship.
All right. Looking at Vimos is like, all right, how many trips are we going to need here?
Vimos is going to look at the 2 lifeboats. He's going to stick his finger to his chin and he's going to think about it. And he's going to say, in my professional opinion, and he kind of looks you up and down. And he looks Harrow up and down. I think we can get it done in maybe 4 trips.
Yes.
Do you know where we should be taking these? I can possibly fly ahead and just scout out, make sure there's nobody that might see us.
I mean, from what Lasley told me, there's a cave network under the island. Not quite sure where that might be, but they're supposedly supporting posts, so that's what we're looking for, right?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what our odds of making 4 trips without the fellers on the shore seeing us is.
Oh, no. We don't need to make 4 trips from shore to boat. No, we need to make 4 trips from storage to boats.
Okay. That's okay. So the boats can carry all the kegs fine, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it should be fine. As
Okay.
as long as we all follow rules 1 through 3 and 4, but I keep forgetting.
Yeah, well, we'll take our best guess at 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let's get moving.
All right. So you guys will get moving on the kegs. Harrow, as you are
Keeping an eye out
going
for
about
birds
and
the whole time. A small parrot.
well,
Keeping an eye out for.
oh,
small
you're looking out
parrots.
for that? Okay, well, so Torval, the crow in your head is also
Oh yeah.
scanning the area and looking as well. So basically, when you look in one direction, the crow looks in the opposite direction.
Perfect.
That's fantastic.
So Harrow, as you are
I
going
can do
about
this way.
helping with the kegs, the little goblin archaeologist who hitched a ride with you guys comes out of one of the rooms and says, "Hey, are you guys gonna be looking for that vault?" She'll just kind of say to you as you're running about.
Yeah.
Vault?
There's a vault, right? Where we're going?
Yeah, I think, well, somewhere potentially on this island there's a vault. I don't quite know if it exists or not, but, I've never really had a chance to look around, so if you guys can find it, I would be most appreciative.
We'll keep an eye out, but we're on a tight schedule, so we'll see what we can do.
Okay, I'll just stay here and draw sea charts.
Yeah, you do that. Do you know how to defend yourself?
Do they lead us to the Spy Force? Alright, so,
Did the
Sarak,
goblin hear my question?
what was the question?
I asked if she knew how to defend herself.
She'll nod, like, yeah, I know how to defend myself.
Okay.
So, Serac, you are following a pompous elf asshole.
I think you mean a corpse.
He's still alive,
We are all
to my knowledge.
Soon to be.
We are all future corpses.
So you're following him as he is leading you up these steps. And, he's just talking about, himself. He's talking about different things. And then, he turns to look at you and says, "So, how long have you been working for this, Mr. Quincy?" I assume you just stare at him and say nothing.
I don't even look at him.
Okay.
I'm looking forward.
You and Gunnar are following him, and he goes, "Well, I will say he does hire very intimidating but not very talkative help, so that's interesting." As you guys make your way up these steps, you eventually get to an iron door that is opened for you. And standing at the iron door, holding it open as you guys approach, is that Goliath wearing the collection's trench coat, the guy who introduced himself as Cleese.
You mean other corpse.
Oh, yeah, other corpse. I see. As you guys enter, the first thing that you see is Gungnir. But not Gungnir.
I was about to say, how many times are you going to try to pull that one?
Yeah, I know.
We know it ain't Gungnir.
It's not Gungnir.
That's Gungnir.
Yeah. You see a Gungnir copy that is kind of just surveying and walking around the inside of the walled estate. Gungnir you see him kind of reach up for his weapon but stop himself. You see a slight spark from his neck as he slowly lowers his hand in anger. And Stark, I'll say with your good vision, you do notice that there's a familiar looking individual in the center of the estate, and they're having a talk with somebody else who's well dressed.
Mm-hmm.
One Esther Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've seen him before.
Yes.
Yes. So he is in the center of the stage talking. You see a couple more fake Gunniers just kind of mulling about. And you see on the far side of the property are just large cages with all different types of races in them, just very poorly dressed, not very well maintained conditions. These are slaves. Sir X, got 99 problems, but this ain't one.
Oh, there's going to be a fucking jailbreak at some point.
Yeah, we're going to blow all of this up. Uh-oh. We don't.
We can let him go first.
We'll get them on.
Okay.
Yeah, we can let them out. We were already planning to raid the vault anyway.
Alrighty.
Me and Harrow don't know about this.
So you do know that we're going into the vault at some point.
As you all,
It's fine. Everything's fine.
As you all make your way up, you meet up with Ball, who is standing there, just kind of at the property, looking around, admiring it, just slowly cocking his head, looking back and forth, taking it all in. Sarek, your eyes are drawn to a kind of well-like structure over by the slave cages, and you see Sirius kind of look over to the well, look to another subordinate who is also wearing the same trench coat as Cleese. She has a hood up, so obviously figure of a woman, but can't really see the face too well. And you see her holding a dwarf over this pit, or this well thing. And he comes over just to see what's going on. He says, well, what's going on? Why are we being so barbaric, my dear? And she'll say, oh, this one tried to escape again. I think it's the 6th, 8th time. Oh, I've literally lost count. I'm don't really want to keep track, but I don't want him to inspire the others to potentially make a fruitless endeavor to get off of this island, so I figured he might be a good example for the owlbear. And Sirius will sit there and go, what a lovely idea. Yes, indeed. That should definitely keep them in line until they're sold for profit. Yes, carry on. And he'll walk back over to you guys and he'll say, so, Mr. Quincy, what's your fancy, my good man? And Ball will look at him and say, oh, you know, most things deemed sinful. Oh, that does sound rather lovely. Very interesting, mysterious, I like. And as this conversation is going back and forth, Surak, you watch as this dwarf is dropped into this pit as you hear him scream as he goes down, followed by basically just terrified screams of pain, the snapping of bones, crunching, mauling, all types of horrific noises.
Glad I'm not awake for this.
Okay. So, Sirius is going to lead those of you that are with him into his manor estate, while Cleese follows behind. So I will say, Surak, as you are following and walking around, you're taking note that the inside of the fort has quite a few guards, and they are a lot more armored and a lot more armed than the ones that were outside at the docks. So, as you enter his estate, you come into a very large foyer. Marble floors with checkered pattern, 2 sets of large steps going up, a very large chandelier, and many expensive pieces of pottery, art, and paintings line the walls. As he just shows off his estate, he's like a kid at show and tell who just can't get enough of how great he is.
And I'm like the teacher at show and tell who just wants him to shut up, sit down, and
Be
I
done
don't
with
care.
it.
Yeah, be done with it. Nobody cares about your stupid trinkets.
Yep. And he will.
That's really mean to teachers. I apologize.
So he will take you guys over to kind of like a dining room with a large table, and he'll say, "Oh, Mr. Quincy, please have a seat." He'll kind of pull it out for him. Paul will sit down, and Sirius will just say, "So I definitely am interested and would certainly like to make a transaction for that, that piece of flesh hanging over your man's shoulder there. She might be useless to you, but I have ways of bringing things back, especially things that I want. So, Mr. Quincy, what terms can we come to, my good man?" And Ball will just sit there, fold his hands up on the table, and he will say, "Well, you do show much interest in this thing that I do not have much value for, which does put me in a rather ostentatious position, yes? Oh, you do jest, Mr. Quincy, but I do like the way you think. So I was wondering if perhaps we could, come to an arrangement, yes, of sorts? But I'm not quite sure what exactly I want, because I'm not quite sure exactly what you can offer me." That is quite an interesting proposal, Mr. Quincy. So, I have an ask of you. You have lodging here on this establishment, yes? Oh, we do have a very fancy guest suite, if that's what you're asking. Well, perhaps you would allow me and my subordinates to spend some time here while we think about our offer. Obviously, we will be keeping the deal maker with us if you are okay with that. Well, I do not exactly like you keeping something I want from me. I am a man of patience, and I am willing to wait, so... Yes, I believe I can make this work. But I will tell you this, Mr. Quincy, my patience does not last forever. And Ball will nod, and he will clap his hands and go, Mr. Cleese, would you show our esteemed guest, Mr. Quincy, and his subordinates up to the guest room? And Ball will stand up. He will make his way over to you and Gungnir, and Cleese will lead you upstairs. You nothing? Don't do anything? Okay.
No objections.
All right. So you will be led into the guest room, and Cleese will look Ball in the eyes and say, will you be requiring any services while you stay here? Oh, if there's anything I need, I certainly will give you a ring. Your keeper seems more than hospitable. I will call for you if I need anything. You've been most helpful. Thank you. Cleese will kind of just and walk off, and he will close the door. And Ball will take a deep breath and go, oh, I wanted to rip that guy's head off. Just me? Did you want to rip his head off too? You kind of gave me that vibe that you wanted to rip his head off.
Is there anything? Is there like a fruit bowl? Is Sirius a fancy enough shit to leave fruit bowl?
So there's a fruit bowl in the guest room.
Is there an apple?
There's an apple.
Just gonna pick that up.
Ooh. Oh, I definitely get what you're putting down. But the hope was to potentially buy us a little bit of time. Can she cast that again?
I believe so.
Okay.
You have to ask me when I wake back up.
Are you sure we're not being watched?
Well, I'd say it's unlikely. I, used my senses. Hard to explain, but I don't think there's anything here that they were listening. So I think we're fine.
Just wanted to check.
Meanwhile, on the boats. Now remember, we gotta actually set these things off within the hours. Get the timer going. So
No.
Yeah. Ball kind of went off books here.
We aren't setting them off until after we're well off the island. Thank you very much.
Don't mind me, Carol.
Remember, we want Sirius to watch.
All right, so back on the boats, you guys you're setting up your last load of powder kegs onto the lifeboats. And Vimos says, well, I definitely think that's enough to blow a decent-sized hole in this island. Maybe even sinking into the ocean if we do it right.
That would be ideal. Now remind me, how exactly do we eventually set these things off? Is there like a timer? Is there like, can you do like a remote detonation? Because they all need to go off at once, right?
Super easy. Just tilt Vimos' head back, sprinkle a little pepper. Boom. No more island.
Vimos is going to just kind of reach into his coat and be like, it's called fuse, Lumnix.
What? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You don't think me, a demolitions expert, knows how to time a fuse? I mean, look, I got fuses. He's like, open his coat. I got fuses for days.
Fuses for
days.
Is that literal? Do they?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. That was rule number 4. Always make sure you time the fuse.
Now, when you say that's very good to know. When you say fuses for days, is that literal? As in, you could literally make them last for days if you needed to. Is like, how modular are we going here?
Okay,
it's such a torful question.
It's kind of a trade secret, but yeah, with the right coating and the right ingredients, I can make these babies burn really slowly.
Okay, that's good to know. We can work with that. All right.
Yeah. And as you're loading up these powder cakes, you kind of notice that Vimos has a bit of a sparkle in his eye as he's looking over the side of the ship at this island. Oh, it'll be my magnum opus. Giant hole in some shit sticks island.
All right.
Shit
Note
stick.
to self: make sure Vimos doesn't blow everything up prematurely because he's too excited.
What'll I do next? Some pompous noble's castle? Maybe a large wall of an enemy fort. And maybe an entire enemy army if I get the chance.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Vimos
This sounds
slowly
fun.
inching towards neutral evil.
Well, anyway, we've got some support beams to blow up and Rich Pompous asshole to piss off.
Oh yeah.
So with that, you guys will lower the lifeboats. Vimos will be on one, and the two of you will be on the other.
Okay.
So, are you guys just gonna follow Vimos because he's gonna be kind of going around the coast? He's gonna follow the rocks around the coast to try and stay away from sight lines to make it harder to see.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Is it going to be harder to maneuver out there? That's a yes. So if we're closer, we're more likely to get spotted, but it's going to be easier to maneuver. Hey, Harrow, what do you think?
I'm thinking it's gonna be harder, but we definitely gotta be sneaky with this. We don't want anything happening prematurely here.
All right. You can steer these things, right?
Me?
Cool. Let's go.
Yeah, I can do it.
All right. All right. So
That's all I needed to
we're
hear.
gonna follow Vimos then.
All right, Matt, I would like you to give me a performance check with advantage because Torval is assisting you question.
Yeah. Okay.
You can do it. I believe in you. Oh shit!
All right,
I
so that's a
actually
7,
technically have better performance.
And that's a 16.
Okay, so it's a
But
little
I did
bit.
not. Oh wait, I don't get anything. So yeah, it's just 16.
It's a little bit rocky. It's a little bit bumpy. You bump into a couple things. You hear the hull of this lifeboat screech and scrape a couple of times. But for the most part, you're all right. Torval, would you like to give me a perception check?
Oh god, we are completely mismatched here, but yes, I would. I mean, by mismatched, I mean it's a +0 versus a +1. I hope my bird's helping me.
Okay. 3.
Yep.
Hold on.
Oh, good.
All right. So as you are turning and looking, and the crow is turning in the opposite direction of where you're looking, you see the crow, or Harrow, you see the crow on Turtle's head stop and start just kind of making a weird, like, not a caw, but it's just a kind of screech, like.
Well, it looks like we're all clear.
What's that,
on
girl?
this side.
Lassie fell down a well?
Orville, you look to see in the direction that the crow is kind of, making that angry screech at. And you see a large shadow underneath the water that is moving like this.
Didn't someone say something about a sea serpent?
Oh, we've seen the sea serpent. You pissed off the one riding it.
Right. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey,
Hey,
Torval, is it okay? Is the crow okay?
how close is it?
I'd say it's about maybe 20 feet below, so it doesn't seem like it's paying attention to you, but you see the large shadow.
We're fine. Just play it cool. Maybe it won't notice.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Okay, cool.
Don't be
Okay,
delicious. Don't be delicious.
super fucking cool. Let's see how we can do this.
Hera, I'd like you to give me another performance check with advantage.
It's an 18.
All right. So you managed to maneuver the large, shadowy serpent below, does not notice you, takes no interest, and goes about its way. Torval, you watch as it sinks deeper. And before long, you see Vimos. You guys have gone about maybe, I'd say, a fourth of the way around a bend of the island, and Vimos is going to kind of wave to you guys on his lifeboat, and he's gonna go, "Hey, I think I see something that might be promising."
I thought he was going to say problematic.
No.
All right.
What do you see?
There's like a big cave on the shore. It looks like it might lead into like maybe because I heard there was a cave system, so it might be part of the cave system.
Yeah, that sounds like what we're looking for.
All right.
I would hope that a cave is a part of a cave system. I would be disappointed if not.
All right then. Well, I guess we should start breaking for shore then.
All right. You know how
We'll do.
you know how to do that, right?
You know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay, good. I'm glad one of us here knows how to pilot a boat.
So Vimos will land on shore with the powder kegs. Harold, give me another performance check with advantage because Torval has faith in you.
Just completely misplaced faith.
You must believe in the heart of the boat.
That's another 18, boss.
All right, you managed to get to the shore, no problem, no issue, and Vimos will say, "All right, let's start unloading these kegs."
Alrighty.
Okay, I can do that.
All right, so you guys are going to start unloading the kegs from the boats into the cave, well, the mouth of this cave system. And I'll say it takes you guys maybe about like 15, 20 minutes, and then Vimos will recommend that you guys take the boats and pull them into the cave as well.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that seems a lot easier than, maneuvering the boats.
Phoebe, you're muted, so...
I said he may be unhinged, but he isn't stupid.
It's intelligence versus wisdom.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah, I guess we'll move the boats on up and into the cave.
So
I had
you
these
guys,
two little flyaways just poking up like tiny horns, and I was like, what?
I saw that. It was kind of funny.
you guys have made it into the cave, and do both of you have dark vision?
I don't
Ruh-roh.
have dark vision.
Mhm.
I check my spells. I have burning hands. Can I use burning hands to
Yeah.
makeshift light?
Oh, yeah, I have dark vision. 60 feet.
Vimos is going to walk to the other side of the cave, pull out a torch from his pack, and away from the powder kegs.
Yeah, I was gonna say rules 1 through 3.
No, he knows what he's doing for the most part, and he is going to just kind of dip. He's going to dip the torch down the different. Right now, from where you're standing, you see about 3 different cave systems, just kind of pathways going off in different ones. And Vimos is going to go to the leftmost pathway, and he's going to start walking down it and just go, "Well, I tell you what, boys, I think I found our first support beam."
That's what we're here for.
So if you
This is
guys
perfect.
follow him, you will see basically a large kind of stone column just built in, and it goes up the cave system. Obviously, it's supporting the plateau above. So Vimos is going to instruct you guys to basically just take the kegs and put them around this column in a circle.
All right.
All right.
We will do so.
So, Torval, as you are working and setting up these kegs, you see a dwarf corpse that has been ripped in half, and the legs are missing. Over by there is kind of an opening with some light. You're not quite sure what it is, but there's a bunch of water. There's a bunch of water down there, but you see this this dwarf corpse hanging out where you're working.
Just like.
Hey.
Double take.
Hey, what's up? I'm dead.
All right.
Where's Reese when you need him?
Hey!
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty good at identifying wounds on a dead body if they're caused by that of a natural creature. Monsters are kind of my specialty, so I'm going to inspect the body and try and determine what did this.
You don't even have to roll. You can tell just from how this thing's been mangled, it was an owlbear.
Oh dear.
Dear, oh dear. What have we here?
So we got owl bears, or at least one.
Of course, we were expecting that. We were told owl bears were down there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. All right.
Oh yeah, we were.
All right. Listen for hoot and growl noises. Is my recommendation. Yes, I know.
Well, okay. Yeah. Hopefully.
Alright.
What is there? I want to go down one of the other cave systems.
Okay. So there are, besides this one is a dead end where it has the well up above and then the support beam. So this one's a dead end. There are two others. There's one in the middle and there's one on the far right.
I'm gonna go down the one on the right.
The one on the right? Okay.
Yeah.
You start making your way down the one on the right when a rock is thrown at you.
Can I use? Well, can I just dodge it or like?
You can dodge it.
Is this
I mean,
a
you're a
fast
monkey.
rock? Is
You
this?
can probably catch it with the flex.
Somebody threw it at you.
You can probably
All right, I'll catch it with deflect missile then.
Okay.
But then I'm just gonna kind of
I'm going.
see anything. I just wait.
I'm going to find out who did this.
Actually, I just realized I should probably prepare a torch. I have a torch in my inventory. Oh. I'll try and light that. But can I see what? Can I see anything?
You just see you see the rock coming in, and I won't even have you roll with it because it's just a little rock someone threw, so you can catch it without much effort, and you'll hear from the darkness. You stay out of this cave system. I know you slavers are looking for runaway slaves. I'll pound you with my rocks real good.
Are you a runaway slave?
No.
Okay, well, I'll have you know that the owner of this island is a douchebag, and if you're trying to get away from him, I can definitely help you.
Okay, I mean, I definitely agree with what you said, but who's not to say you're not a guard just saying things to try and get me to come with you so you could put me back up in the cage with the rest of them?
Who are you talking to?
Probably just some runaway. Hold on, I swear I can help you, my dude.
Harold, roll me Harold, roll me persuasion.
Okay. Yeah. Persuasion. Oh wow, I get nothing for that. What for?
4.
Quick, offer him a feather.
So this voice from the darkness will say, I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody. I'm not going back up there. I'll take my chances with the owlbears.
Hold on. Don't run at the owlbears. I'm just gonna take out a bunch of feathers. I've got stuff for you. I can give you it. I can help you. Just like don't die. Don't be stupid. I'm sure the people up top wouldn't care if you died, but
Do you have food? You got food?
I'm gonna check my. I have rations.
That counts.
Oh, sweet.
I can give you food. Yeah.
And
I've also got water.
From the darkness, you will see a small child tabaxi with kind of black and white fur, and you'll see he's very dirty. He's basically wearing a burlap bag, and he's just gonna say, "I've gotten real tired of eating moss. It doesn't taste very good, and it doesn't fill my belly very well." You think he's probably no more than 10.
Oh my god. I'm going to hug him. I'm going to hand him my food. I'm going to hand him the water.
So he'll take the food, but when you try to come up to him, the claws are gonna come out. He's gonna.
Stranger danger.
Don't touch me. I don't like
I
being
get it.
touched.
Okay. I won't give you the hug. Here's some water. You need anything? I'm right here. How are you feeling? Do you feel okay?
This tabaxi is going to snatch this food and water and just greedily consume it and chug the water down. And then he will sit down, kind of satisfied, take a deep breath, and go, "That's the best meal I've had in a month."
Happy to have given you it. Come with me. I'm just gonna kind of like start heading back to the group. I've got some people you might want to meet. We'll keep you safe.
He'll follow you, but he'll stay about 5 feet behind you.
Okay. As I'm approaching the group,
He'll come in. You will see this small tabaxi child hiding behind Harrow, eyeing you and Vimos up kind of suspiciously. I don't like him, and he points to Vimos. I definitely don't like him. Why is he all black? I don't like that. That makes me uncomfortable.
You can't just ask a person that, you know?
I think that might have been a little. I forgot to ask your name.
Vimos is going to sit there and just go. He's gonna rub some of the soot off of him. I'm actually red. Oh, that's a bit better.
I forgot to ask your name, small one. I am Harrow.
He's gonna take a step back and kind of like, what do you want to know my name? What do you want to know about me, dude? What are you taking for? What do you want from me?
I like this one.
I'm just trying to be nice.
It's good
You
instinct.
look like you're in trouble. I'm trying to comfort you.
My name is Leomund. Don't ever ask me again.
It's good instincts. You'll live
Okay.
that way.
You, why do you have a bird on your head? What's that bird for? Who's that bird working for?
Those are questions I
Oh,
ask
dear.
myself. I'm kind of stuck with him at the moment.
Is that bird working for the black market? Are you working for the black market?
We're not working for the black market. We're doing the exact opposite. We're taking it down.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna blow this whole island up in a bit, so you might want to be not here.
He's coming with us. I'm
Well, how do
taking
I-
him back to the
How
town.
do I be not here? I don't know how to sail a boat. I don't know how to steal a boat. I don't know where to get a boat.
Oh, it's really easy. I figured it out earlier today.
just so side eye. You what?
Oh, nothing.
And Leomund is going to kind of see what you're doing to the first support beam and go, so you guys looking for these pillars, these tower things?
Yeah, you know where they are.
Yeah.
I know where two of them are. I've seen them before. I've done some little exploring around the cave, but
It's a good,
you know,
good start.
one of them is One of them is, well, there's an owlbear nest by it. So, I don't know if you want to go near there. They might eat you.
How many are we talking?
Uh, I mean, I didn't really count because I was too scared to go through there. Also, my friend got eaten, so I'm kind of terrified of owlbears.
That's fair. I'm guessing these
I am
owlbears
sorry to hear.
guessing these owlbears aren't exactly well fed if they're eaten.
Well, the thing is that the guy who owns the island, well, he generally likes to toss people, well, disobedient slaves, down the well over there, and that's where the owlbears get their meals.
Hmm.
Were you tossed down that well?
Yeah, I was, but thankfully nobody showed up for dinner. Guess you could
Yeah,
say I got
thankfully.
lucky, if you'd call this lucky.
I would not call this lucky, but we're gonna get you out of here, and I would call that lucky. We're gonna feed
Oh.
you. You're gonna sleep on a bed, and you're gonna be happy.
Oh, that sounds really nice. I don't know if it helps you guys out or not. I don't know if maybe there's a support beam behind it, but there's this really big door with really fancy kind of, I don't know, writing and craftsmanship. I don't know what's behind it,
Does it look like
but I know where that is too.
does it look like it could be a vault?
What's a vault?
Never mind.
Yeah, why don't you take us
Miss
take
Woodling's
us
funny
there,
question?
and we should take care of some of the pillars first,
Yeah. Hey,
but we can.
Venus, how many pillars do you think we need to hit?
I mean, preferably you'd want to hit all of them because, in order for a symphony to come together, you need all parts present.
Right.
Understood.
That is a surprisingly sophisticated reference.
Hey, I didn't say Vimos was stupid.
Yeah, it's not being stupid. It's just
He's a
that's fairly
demolitions
high
expert,
society.
not an uncultured
Look,
swine.
He's passionate about his art.
I don't like the way you said that. That implies he blew up a symphony.
I mean, that depends.
I mean, would you be surprised?
Is it fun?
I mean, a little. He's not evil.
Maybe if it was an evil symphony, he'd blow them up.
Ah, yes, the Dark Lord's symphony.
Yeah, the Dark Lord and his, he has
Look,
to have
villains
a theme
gotta
song
listen
that
to
plays
music
when he
too.
enters the scene. So he has an evil.
What is he fucking Dio just having an orchestra follow him around
Yeah,
to make
that's-
sure that theme always
That's the
plays?
evil. He has the evil army, and then the evil orchestra, and then the evil backup singers.
Bring in the evil tuba player.
Oh, God, do we need
That'll
to go
be
get
Romulus, for sure.
Midnight boss music.
Anyway,
It's a move.
back on Kilter. Leomund will say, "I can certainly help you. Well, lead you to these things, but I don't know. I'm not much of a fighter. I'm pretty good at staying hidden, and
There aren't many 10-year-olds we know that fight.
Yeah, unless you're Lazuli, in which case you'll
I-
snap a water snake to death.
I also know a thing.
That's
or
why I
two-
said not many.
I also know a thing or two about the staff. Well, I don't know if you'd really call them staff, but they definitely work here. I don't like any of them, though. They're all jerks.
It's okay. You don't need to like them. I will happily accept anything you have to offer, but make sure that you're staying safe. Stay hidden. That's a good idea. We can fight the
Okay. Well, look, you guys really should avoid the half elf lady with the scythe. I don't like her. She's very sadistic. She would cut people really bad and let them basically almost bleed out to death. She's not very nice.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many nice people here.
Hence why we're blowing it up.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna blow it up, there's a bunch of other slaves up there in a cage, so are you gonna get them out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they know about it now.
It's absolutely something we've accounted for in the plan. There's nothing to worry about.
Or give yourself inspiration.
Blatant fucking lie.
Everything's accounted for. Looking over females.
I'm write that down.
I'm gonna mime a fuse to Vimos and like just go like
just.
And Lehman's gonna say, yeah, I'd say maybe somewhere between 50, maybe 80 slaves up there that have been
Oh my god.
going through and waiting for transit, but I don't really think they deserve to get blown up, even though this place is pretty terrible.
Yo, who's ready for Shawshank Redemption?
We're not gonna blow up the innocents.
yeah, just the jerks.
So does that mean you guys are like the good guys? Like heroes? Are you guys heroes?
It's quasi. Call it quasi like in training esque, like how do I put this?
Torval, we saved 2 princesses. I think we're heroes.
We're working on that.
Well-intentioned mercenaries, maybe.
Vimos is going to slam his foot down and make a proud pose. We are the Avengers
No.
of the disenfranchised?
Shit, there's a DMCA.
No, that's
I don't
that
understand
doesn't-
what that last word was.
That doesn't sound like it would work. Listen, kid, we want to do the right thing, but we always don't end up doing the right thing. But we certainly have good intentions.
Look, if you want to call us something,
every D&D party ever.
if you want to call us something, you can call us the Improbables.
So you guys are the Improbables? Oh, that's really cool.
Let's trying that out. See how it feels.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Cool. I think that's a good start.
I'm in the same boat.
And then Vimos is going to crouch down next to Lehman and say, so, about these pillars, and care for a firecracker?
Hey! What's this tiny little firecrackers about Lazarus?
I'll just look at him like rules 1 to 3.
Oh yeah, rules 1 to 3. Sorry, kid. Can't trust myself sometimes. And he'll just take it and just stick it between his teeth. Just
No, I think he's offered Leslie a firecracker, right? He wouldn't let her have a bomb she wanted, and he said you could have a firecracker, but she didn't want a firecracker, she wanted a bomb.
he's
No.
offered it before.
Right?
No, he wouldn't even give me a cherry bomb, let alone a fucking firecracker. He wouldn't give me shit.
Okay, maybe I'm just misremembering.
I'm gonna hand.
Probably because I got
Lehman
Dragonborn and he was
a
concerned that I
crowbar.
set it on
I barely
fire.
have one of those.
Well,
I just
also
don't
the
want
first
him to
time he gave you a bomb
defensive.
didn't go great.
Okay. So you'll give
No,
him
he
the,
took it away immediately.
You'll give him the crowbar, and he'll sit there and just go. He'll walk up to like a rock in the cave and just, pung, yeah, take that, Sirius, bang. How do you like that, cereal? Bang. Show you to mess with me. I don't remember his name.
Saurian?
It's not worth remembering.
So wait, back up top. I'll say by this
In
point,
and out.
Leslie, you wake up.
Yeah, I was about to say, she did pass that ahead of time.
Yep. And you wake up on.
Just point of order, I put her in the bed when we got up.
That's fine. Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed, is that she was laid down.
Yeah, put in the bed,
And
put a cover over her.
You wake up to Ball sitting at the foot of the bed, keeping an eye on you. And Ball's gonna see you waking up, and he says, "So I have good news and I have bad news."
Why are we in a room? I was
That's
expecting to wake up in like a cage.
Well, that's the good news.
Elaborate?
I bought us some time by playing to what was his name? I'm sorry, I don't like to remember people I hate.
Serious?
Serious, yes, that's the asshole. I bought us some time by playing to his game. This whole
He asked for time to think about it.
yes.
Think
So
about what?
what I might want for trading you.
Oh. Um. Do you need ideas?
Which is not part of the plan.
No, not necessarily, but I saw that cage full of all of those poor devils, and well, would be a shame if we blew them all up.
We're not going to blow them all up.
I wholeheartedly agree. I'm just going to say this now. You care about slaves, Paul? Everybody told me you were a bad person. I'm surprised you care. Not that
Okay.
it's a bad thing.
Let's not dive too much into me right now. This is a you thing. What are you?
Well, yeah,
on?
of course I want to help everyone else. I've been here before.
So the way I see it is we have a rather large boat, but the problem would be getting them there.
Problem is getting everyone out past all the guards.
Well, the
Yes.
assumption was that once we got in, it wouldn't be so much of a stealth thing. We just have to keep them distracted long enough that the other group can stage all of the bomb barrels, and then we go full force from there.
Right.
We use Sirius as a sort of hostage situation to, keep things moving along rather smoothly.
Well, I do have a potential idea. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not.
Well, tell me.
Well, if you're looking for a distraction, he's just gonna tap on the prosthesis. This thing is not exactly 100% functional. It does what I needed to do for now. Me and the funny bone man developed a workaround, but it has drawbacks.
Thought we brought the pirates as the distraction.
Well, yes, the pirates can be a distraction, but I'm saying a distraction for right now.
Well, we want to extend the
The
time.
issue being is that Iron was so kind to develop me a type of crystal rock that can contain a large amount of magic in it. Problem, once it's expended, they get a bit explosive.
That would make for a good distraction.
Not huge, but I definitely say big enough to blow a hole in a house.
Did you bring extras? Do you have extras?
He's going to open a slot on the arm and he'll show you 3 of those blue glowing crystals in his arm, with one of the slots being empty.
Yeah, that would be pretty distracting. What else did you see?
Buchanan's on the island, and so are his machines.
Oh yes, you
Can't
did.
distract a bunch of robots.
You did mention about him once or twice. I was
Yeah, but I
quite.
could imagine Mr. Buchanan would be very distracted with the real Gunyer again. And I'm pretty sure the real Gunyer would want to, would have some words for Mr. Buchanan.
True as that might be, we have a lot of pieces to move before we set everything off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then the
that's
other
true.
question I would have is, do your men down below understand the circumstances up above?
I mean, they know not to set anything off until we're back together.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, we're not going to set off the island until we're all back on the boat, at least. The whole point was to make Sirius watch his island be blown up.
Hmm.
You
Should
can't
also
do
be
that
noted-
if you set it up early.
course. Should also be noted, Sirius is constantly guarded, at least in part, by 2 other collection agents.
No,
Oh,
that
you
was
mean-
the whole.
You mean the big one that's like you?
The big one and the one who won't show her face.
Hmm.
What did she look like?
Slender, had a terribly giddy tone in her voice when she dropped some poor sucker to a bunch of owlbears.
I'm not
Keeps her
exactly
head up.
sure which one that might be.
Leslie, give me a history check.
I have my list up, by the way. But now that it gave me. 19.
All right.
Unmodified because my
from that
history is plus 0.
From that description and the giddy laugh of enjoying somebody else's suffering, you know that this would be the agent known as the Joy.
Oh boy, not her.
Well, that
So,
is a-
from what you recall and what you've heard, she wields a relatively large scythe, and she really enjoys cutting people deep and watching them bleed.
Yeah, from the notes you said that I would know she cuts them and bleeds them to the point of immobility. Or
Yeah.
cuts them in places and bleeds you to put in immobility. So basically paralyzes you. Fuck that shit. Well, I think I was awake for when Cleese first landed, and then I went out.
Yes.
Yeah, roughly.
So I know Cleese is there. And those are going to be the more difficult ones to take care of. Ugh.
Something tells me they won't be so easy to distract.
I'm still down for trying to poison some food. You all forget that I could run around this place completely invisible, right?
No, I haven't forgotten.
So that's an option. That would take out a
Well.
lot of men.
Would anyone be trained to see you? This woman you don't seem stunned about, is she good at detecting people? Or Cleese?
Neither of them that I know of, but one, they wouldn't be expecting me to be alive per se, as long as, you know, my spell did its job. And off the top of my head, their powers don't involve that. Maybe Sirius if I'm not careful.
Oh, we'd also have to be rather careful, because if you did that, we can't have them knowing we don't have you with us.
Ball is going to walk around the room and just pulling up pillows and go, no. And he's kind of like holding them up and comparing them to you.
He's pulling up what?
He's pulling up pillows and comparing them to you in terms of size.
do the like
Oh,
fake
pillows.
person in
The
the
old
bed.
body in the bed trick.
Yep.
And he's going to compare it to you, and he's going to go, I think this is big enough. And he's going to walk over to the window of the room, and he's going to open it a little bit. And he's going to swirl his finger, touch the pillow, and the pillow is going to transform into a limp version of you.
Well, I don't like that. I mean, I like it, but is that what I look like?
And he's going to
That's
then
gross.
lay the fake pillow you down on the bed, and he's going
scoot over.
he's going to open the arm, and he's going to check the fuel. All right, so he's going to look at it, and he's going to watch as it cracks, and he's going to pull it out and you are both going to watch as this gem starts just vibrating and humming and making just, and it starts sparking. Then you go, and he closes it and goes, and this is what happens sometimes. And he is going to walk over to the window, and you're going to watch as the regular arm turns into the arm of Ball, like his beefy fucking Minotaur arm, and he is going to huck this thing out the window, over the wall, way off into the ocean.
That's pretty impressive.
Sarek, you can actually see, like, way out on the coastline by all the rocks, you see the water go up and then come down. And he will close his arm, and then that large arm will transform back into his disguise and go.
I mean, I don't think anyone didn't believe you.
No.
So that's two down. I'm not going to waste that. I'll be right back.
It's whenever I cast a spell with this, it's always a gamble whether or not one of these will decide to do that.
Just gonna double check to make sure. On this last. Okay, up to an hour. Cool. And I'm going to be like, I'll be right back.
Okay, so you're gonna
Just
turn.
be careful.
You're gonna turn.
You mind? Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, before I do that, I'll be like, you mind peeking out the door so I can slide out without it looking like the door just opened and closed on its own?
Yeah. So Ball is going to stand up and he's going to look at you, Sarak, and say, I'm going to ask you follow me for this routine, yes? Well, it would be kind of weird if I left without a guard. Fair enough. And he's going to open the door and he's gonna...
I'm just gonna look at Gungnir, make sure they don't take too close a look at Lazuli.
Gunnir's gonna walk over to hello Lasley and just kind of sit there and
Nobody touched the child.
Ball will motion for you to exit first. He will exit after you, and he will hold the door handle open for a little longer than a person normally would, but not to be too suspicious.
I skipped it through.
Okay, and then he will close the door elegantly, and he'll look at you, Sarak, and say, do you want to go find something to eat or snoop around?
It hasn't started yet.
You just don't have to, just nod or shake your head.
I'm fine with snooping around, but I'm not hungry.
Okay.
Also, I don't trust these people.
If they poisoned the food, I would know about it. Many people have tried to poison me.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me.
It's a very deadly game we play. Anyway, he's going to start walking down the hallway to see what he can find. Lasley, where are you going?
I'm looking for a kitchen.
Or a kitchen. Just roll me a d20.
Just a flat D20. You got it, Captain. That's an 18.
Okay. So you are making your way to try and find the stairs. And as you are walking around, you hear Sirius's voice coming from a room with a slightly open door. And you hear another voice. It's faint, but you think you recognize it. You're not quite sure, though. So from
I want to listen in. I want to find this and listen in.
Okay. So you walk over to this cracked open door, which is big enough for you to kind of look into. And you see Sirius talking to a mirror. And he says, Well, business is going just fine. You don't have to worry about it. We're all fine and peachy here. We're making lots of money. Everybody's having a great time, especially me. You can drop the pompous act. You know I don't like it. Lastly, you recognize this voice perfectly. This is Romulus.
Oh boy. I keep listening in.
Get together.
I am.
I know.
Might be a projection. Might be magic. You might not be
Mirror,
the
mirror on the
person.
wall. Who's the biggest
I'm
asshole
sure
of all?
it is. I know he's not here right now.
That'd
I
be trouble.
heard about the situation going on your island. Oh, yes. The dead dragonborn girl. Well, she's half and half, but I don't really care. You're gonna bring her back to life, correct? Well, she is very valuable to me, and I have plenty of money to do so. See to it that it's done. See to it that she's thrown in a cage to rot. It's where she belongs. Oh, you jest so much, Romulus, but if that's what you want, I'll happily oblige. You can cut the shit with me. You know I don't like this attitude. Just do what you need to do. Get them off your island. Get back to business as usual. I don't want to come down there. No slip-ups, Sirius. Yes, of course, Romulus. No slip-ups. Everything ship-shape, battened down. Business as usual. No anomalies. Everything is under control. It better be. And
Puppet.
and you will kind of hear a kind of like do it. You'll hear like a sound of magic exiting the mirror, kind of signaling him, disconnecting. And Sirius is going to sit there, and he's going to be holding a feather quill pen, and he's just going to kind of twiddle with it. And then you watch as he snaps it as his eye twitches.
And fighting. And fighting.
I'm gonna continue on.
Okay. You make your way downstairs, and after a bit of looking, you do find the kitchen.
Okay. First point of order is looking for the chemicals, either used to clean, rat poison.
Rat poison.
Rat poison.
Give me an investigation check.
Fair. 11.
You do quite a bit of searching, and you're looking around, you're opening things, you're closing things behind you, and you're just kind of like, man, this is all kitchen stuff. This isn't what I need.
Guess I'll go look for like a janitor's closet or some shit. I don't know.
Okay. So you'll keep looking. Down below.
Wait,
Oh boy.
This kitchen is full of kitchen things.
Yes, the
Down
floor is
below.
made out of floor.
Holy full of kitchen shit.
Down below, Leomund will say, yeah, I could take you guys to another one of those pillar things. If you, protect me from the bears that'll eat me like a snack.
Who's sounding silence?
Bryn?
What?
Oh,
There, Quinn?
Leomund said he'd take you to the other pillars if you protected him.
Sorry, I missed the scene change.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, sure.
All right, well, just follow me and try not to make too much noise because I don't want you guys getting eaten. It doesn't look very pleasant.
Keep that in mind.
That's an understatement.
And he will lead you guys up the right-hand cave path. And as you're going up, I'll say both of you notice another like cave tunnel going to the left, but Leomund is going up higher up this path. It's kind of on an incline. And when you eventually get up to the top of this path, there's another opening, and you see another one of those pillars. And Leomund's going to point and say, "Is that what you guys are looking for? Another one of those?"
Look at Vimos.
Vimos will
believe
say,
so.
"Yeah, that's a support. It's certainly something that we need to blow up." And as you guys are talking, Torval, the bird on your head starts making some like noises and pecking at your forehead.
I look for the snooze button.
You try and just snooze the bird. When you try and do that, the bird bites your fingers.
Okay, what's going on?
So as you go, okay, what's going on? From around the other side of the pillar, you see an owlbear start to come around. It's got flesh stuck in its mouth, and it seems like it's not very fed. It's kind of skinny, and it looks at all of you, and it looks hungry.
Yep. I started like to Harry. I'm like, do you think we have enough food to feed a half-starved owlbear?
I gave all my food to the kid.
Yeah, that's about what I figured.
I'm just. Wait, where's the. I'm gonna start looking around. I can't hear myself. There we go. I'm gonna see the owlbear. I'm gonna push the kid behind us, obviously.
Okay.
Should we attack it, or do you think it hasn't seen us yet?
Oh, it's seen you. It's looking right at you guys.
I will draw my crossbow in a defensive pose.
I pull out my claw, and I will ask
Drop
you
my
for a goal.
crossbow.
Are you ready?
I think if we make ourselves like look bigger, it can intimidate like predators. So just let us try to puff up or something.
Orville, give me a intimidation check with advantage because Vimos and Harrow are also trying to look intimidating.
Okay.
I would like to flavor text. I'm trying my best to like puff my feathers out so that they like just like fluff.
That would be a nat 20 for a total of 21.
All right, so this owlbear is sitting there just, and then it sees Harrow just, and Vimos just, and you're just like,
I try to look like as feral as possible.
oh, and even the crow on your head is sitting there with its wings spread out, going,
Supposed to assert dominance.
and the owlbear will see all of you and just shrink back and just kind of try and get around all of you guys because this is a dead end of the cave, but it's staying far against the wall to stay away from you.
And I'll try to like stay facing it until it leaves.
And you watch as soon as it thinks it can make a break for it, it just bolts off into the darkness.
All right. Good job, everyone. Well handled. I'm glad some training has stuck after all these years.
Yeah, that was fun. We should do that again sometime.
Let's hopefully make it a while before the next one. Let's barrels.
So yeah, you guys can take enough of the barrels to surround this pillar. It'll take you about, I'd say maybe 10 minutes to just carry the barrels up here and line them up. And then Vimos will start making a fuse. He already made a fuse for the first pillar. So with this pillar, he's making another fuse to bring them back to the mouth cave where you put the boats and the other barrels. And Vimos will say when he's done, well, 2 down, and I don't really know how many more to go, but probably can't be more than for a place like this, 5 or 6. That's my guess. I don't know for sure.
Alrighty.
And Leomund is going to kind of look at Vimos and just say, "You talk funny." What? I don't talk funny. My voice is completely normal. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, you do this weird thing where you kind of like you're like meow on all of your words.
Go first, the fucking racist artificer, and not this.
I do not. This is how everybody from my homeland talks. This is how we talk. It's perfectly fine.
There's canonically this world has a fantasy New Jersey.
It's weird. There's nothing wrong with it. It just sounds funny.
I mean, that is what that accent is, right?
I was going more for like upper Brooklyn, but
Yeah, that's like New
I was
York.
gonna say, yeah, it's a little bit more Brooklyn, but
yeah.
you go off.
New York, then.
Yeah, but Vimos is going to go.
It's not how I talk.
Be it aside, making fun of the way I speak. Yeah, where's the next one of these pillars, kid? I don't think we have a limited amount of time on this here death trap.
Has it been an hour?
Vimos is going to look at his. He's going to look at his wrist. He's going to draw a watch in the soot. Yeah, it's been about maybe like an hour 15. That's what
He
my
has
watch.
fucking keen-minded. That's how he displays it. Oh my god.
That's what my watch says.
I just witnessed a man actually pull the, I gotta draw a new battery for this.
Oh, okay, thanks for telling me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
So we should probably get a move on. Lazarus is probably awake by now.
I mean, she's smart, and there's the big guy, and the devil demon thing. Sure, they got it under control. I mean, she might be young, and she's only 10. Is it 10? I think it's 10.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this? All right, yeah, she's pretty cool. She's pretty good. Yeah, this is what, as you guys are walking through the caves as Lehman's leading you. Yeah, this one time, me and her we were on an adventure, and there was this dwarf, total racist, by the way. We fought sharks that were in like some water. It kind of sounds crazier when I talk about it, but I do remember that racist dwarf a lot. He wasn't very nice.
Who is he racist towards?
Dragonborn.
I think everybody kind of. I don't know. Maybe it's just my interpretation of it. But,
That poor,
Everyone.
he was just doing his job.
but I mean, I think Leslie will be all right. I mean,
I don't doubt that she'll be okay.
I won't say that I'm a super great judge of character, but you guys have met Dove, right? Kind of emotionless, doesn't talk too much, likes to kill people from a very long distance.
Oh yeah, I think I met her one time, a couple of times.
Well, she's way smarter than I am, and she thinks Leslie is competent. So if Dove thinks you're competent, then she'll probably be fine because Dove doesn't think I'm competent.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep following Leo.
Okay. And he will take you down. And as you're walking, you walk back, and then that one part of the cave to the left that you walk past, you guys are going down that now. As you're going down, you see a very tight squeeze of a cave. I don't think, well, none of you would be able to fit through it. It's very small. And you come to a third section with a another pillar in the center of this room with three branching out cave systems or just tunnels going out. So Lehman is going to see the very small cave that he could probably fit into and go, "Oh, hey, that's my old hideout. I used to squeeze in there because, well, the owlbears are too fat, so they can't get in. Keeps me safe."
Well, that's useful. Do you leave anything in there you might want to grab before you leave?
Well, I mean, the only thing that's in there is a bunch of moss, and I would kind of eat it as, substitute when I couldn't find any mushrooms to eat. But there's like, there's a really, I don't know. It's like a sword, but it's kind of forked at the end, and it's got a bunch of jagged things. I don't really know. I don't know what it is. It looks really weird.
Why don't you bring it out to us?
Oh, okay. And he'll slide in, and you'll watch as he disappears into the darkness. After about maybe a minute or two, you hear the sound of metal dragging as he's struggling. You hear him struggling to bring it back. Eventually, you see him walking backwards, pulling this. We're not quite sure what it is until he comes out more. But you see a very large, kind of ornate key, almost as big as him, as he drags it out and goes, "Yeah, this thing. I don't know what it's for, but it looks really old and rusty."
I don't think that's a sword.
Oh, okay.
We unlocked the treasure.
Do you guys want it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's shiny. Looks nice.
Or Harrow, it's actually not shiny because it's pretty rusty.
No, that's a different campaign.
I
It's pretty rusty, the key. Evolution has not been kind to you.
I'll try to take it from him so he's not straining himself too hard.
You pick it up with somewhat ease, but it is a little hefty. And as you guys are walking up to this third pillar, as you're looking around, you see to your right, there is a very large kind of ornate door. And it's big, it's got lots of text, it has some type of depiction of a battle on it, but it's got tons of moss growing on it. It looks very old, you're not quite sure how long it's been there. And Lehman's gonna point and say, well, there's the pillar, and there's that weird door thing. Maybe there's a pillar behind there, I don't really know.
Open the door.
Yeah. Let's see about this door.
Okay, Torval, you're going up to the door?
Yeah, can I check for like trapped or anything? Doing a little investigation.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. That's a 21.
All right. So walking up to this door, you notice that there's kind of like, well, it looks like a spike trap, but it's been here for so long that the spikes have corroded away and it won't do anything. And you notice that there's a floor tile that when you push it down, it goes, obviously you step on it and it goes down, but nothing happens. And the only thing you notice is some kind of old, very, very like you smell like very old black powder. Almost as though something was supposed to happen, but nothing does. It's almost like this has been here for a very long time, and all the traps have just gone bad.
Well, if this is the vault, I wouldn't get your hopes up too much for whatever's past the door if it's in this much disrepair. But I guess here goes. I'll go ahead and open it.
Okay, you walk up to it, and how are you opening it?
Is there no handle?
It is just a flat piece of stone with different things in it. You can search it. You can try and you can look at it.
Yeah.
I'd like to look for something that the key can
I
fit
didn't
into.
find anything with my investigation, did I?
Well, you were investigating for traps, not for
Okay,
door.
I mean, can I investigate for door?
Yes, you can.
Nat 20, 26.
All right, so you're looking at this door, and you're brushing some of the moss off. You're moving the dirt out of the way, and as you're moving your hand, you feel a divot in the door, and you're like, well, that's interesting. And you start moving more things out of the way until you eventually reveal a very large keyhole.
I snap my fingers for arrow.
Yes.
Keyhole.
Oh? Let's stick the key in.
Let's hope this works better than the traps.
Alrighty, so you take the key, you stick it in, and Harrow, give me a strength check.
Oh, you gotta push it.
You have to turn it. Would you like to assist him?
Check.
I mean, can I like push with him?
Yeah, well, it's a big key, so both of you can
Yeah.
you can struggle to turn this.
I will assist.
Okay.
Alright. So do I roll 2 dice then, or
Yeah.
just do 1?
You have advantage on this strength check.
Oh, right. So it's a 2, and then it's a 6. Plus 0.
All right. So the two of you are sitting there just... And Vimos is going to walk over and go, yeah, let me help you with that. And he is going to assist you guys, and the three of you manage to have enough muscle to twist this key into position. You hear a loud clunk that echoes throughout the cave as you feel the doors open up just slightly. You feel like they were supposed to open all the way, but they open just enough for you to slip through, and then they get stuck.
Fantastic. I'm gonna peek my head in this. Can I see
So you
anything?
peek your head into this room, and the first thing you see lying on the floor is the corpse of a dragonborn. It looks very old. You're not quite sure how long it's been here, but it's been here a while. And then way up on a mound of rocks is an altar, but you can't quite see what's on the altar.
Do I see anything else in there, or is it yeah?
Oh, you see the altar and you see the skeleton.
I'm going to step into the room,
Okay, step in the room.
and I'd like to go up to the. I'd like to fly up to the altar.
Okay.
I don't want to touch the
fly.
ground at all.
You fly up to the altar. On the altar, you see the hilt of a sword. It's broken, as in the blade is missing, and it is just the handle.
That's weird. I'm gonna grab it.
So you're gonna grab it?
Harrow would grab it. Yes.
Okay. Torgal, would you like to do anything?
Right now I'm just sort of taking in what's going on.
Okay. So the crow on your head is going to actually, for the first time in a while, stand up and start and jump off your head and fly over to the corpse of the Dragonborn. And you're going to watch as it starts like messing around and moving things. And you see eventually that it pulls up something shiny in its mouth.
I'll try to take a look before Harrow notices the shiny.
You see that the crow has picked up what looks like to be a golden compass on a necklace chain that was attached or was in the skeleton's clutches. And the bird will pick it up and start flying over to you.
Okay. I'll look it over. Do I notice anything? It's just a golden compass.
The thing that you notice is there is the initials CS on the back of the compass.
CS.
So the compass is currently closed. Would you like to open it?
Oh, yeah.
There's a loaded question if I ever heard one.
Okay. So you open the compass, and as you open it, you hear, testing, testing, is this thing on? Testing, testing, testing. And you close it, and you hear nothing. You open it again?
Yep.
Wow. First sentient thing I get to talk to in
Sweats.
Probably about 400 years if I was to take a guess. That seems about right.
Jesus.
Yeah, who are you? And why did you pick up my compass?
I mean,
Better question.
it's.
I'm getting the vague feeling that Torval's about to multi-class into Warlock.
I mean, it was a kind of on a.
No, he'd only warlock for Rothgar.
Kind
Rothgar.
of on a cave floor.
Rothgar.
So I mean, it's not like anyone else was using it. So I wasn't. Who are you?
Oh, me? I'm well, hold on, let me I am Captain Stryker of the Golden Dragon Pirates of the High Seas. We plunder, we pillage, we take what we want, and sometimes we help people out if we deem it necessary, but for the most part, the pirate stuff.
Okay. Are you?
400 years certainly does a thing or two to your voice box.
Are you?
Well,
So, the dead dragonborn of the ground. Is that you, or was that you?
yeah, probably. Before that bitch stuffed me in a compass.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Oh, okay. So, well, I think it would be kind of. I mean, I could describe her to you, but it'd probably be kind of silly because she's probably dead. But you seem like the inquisitive type, so I'll tell you anyway.
Yeah, it depends.
She was
or something.
Yeah, she was an elf with pink hair, kind of a weird laugh to her.
I mean, could
That scans.
depending on how old she was then, she could well be alive. I mean, elves,
Well, I mean, I find it pretty hard for her to be alive, considering right before she ripped my soul from my body, I put a dagger in her skull.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would do it. Usually. Sometimes.
Are you prepared to receive news that may negatively impact your mood and or life?
Oh, yeah. I'm, we're feeling out the waters here. So, can you do anything in there, or are you just kind of there?
Well, you don't seem like a very charismatic person, are you?
Why?
No, but I'd like to meet you to meet someone who is.
I mean,
Can
it's kind of a weird thing to ask out of the blue.
Oh, that's mean. Or Torval.
Well, I will say, back in my day, I was quite the ladies' man. Golden scales, get them every time. They love how they look in the light. Shiny things, that's the key to a woman's heart, I guarantee it. Especially if you shine brighter than her eyes. Grandfather's trick, but be it as it may. I know how to lay on the charm, especially when there's alcohol involved.
You don't say.
Okay, look. Maybe I can assist you by giving you a little of my bravado. Sound good to you? It's about the best I can do in this compass.
Okay. What exactly does that entail?
Well, give yourself a drink, get a little inebriated, and I think I'll be able to help you out.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Is this guy trying to seduce Torval?
That's an 18.
Alrighty. So Quinlan, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to add to your inventory Striker's Compass.
Is that a fit? You have that statted out and everything?
I do.
All
I
right.
do have that statted out.
Got it. Advantage on charisma checks while drunk. Okay. Interesting. Well, I mean, usually I tend to utilize my booze for just making mutagens to mess with my body composition, but
You know what?
yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, anyway, if you guys are, well, here, can you do me a favor and grab that handle up on the podium? I don't really have hands.
I
Oh,
have it. It's in
now I'm starting to think. I start to think. Actually, I'm not usually the type to go drinking for pleasure that much, but I have a friend who does. I wonder if he could make better use of your
Arrow.
of your.
What do you mean this is about use? You picked me up, we're having a conversation. You don't just get pawn me off to somebody else.
He likes.
That's
shiny-
rude.
He enjoys shiny things as well, and appreciates.
He may be a man of culture, but I can only talk to whoever's holding me.
Hey, Arrow.
Yo, look at this cool hilt I found.
Nice. You wanna hold this compass for a moment?
Ooh, shiny, yeah.
No,
Can I take it?
as you're handing him off, you can go, oh, I don't like where this is going already. So you hand off the compass, and you will hear a voice that will say, hi.
Shit talks.
It does.
Yes, I do talk. By the way, that sword hilt that you picked up, don't lose it.
Okay.
It's very, very, very important. Probably more important than either of you could comprehend.
I'll point to like the dragonborn on the ground, and I'll point to the compass conspicuously. He says he can make you more charming while you're drunk.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Well, wait, who are you?
Why, do I really have to do this again?
His name is Captain Striker. He's some sort of like pirate / ladies man feller. I think I don't know if he can hear me, but I think we met the person who killed him.
Tell the mumbling elf man I can still hear him. He
Okay,
just can't
ignore-
hear me.
All right.
The compass says that it can hear you.
All right. Tell him to ignore that last bit.
Anyway, now the first things first, I need to know if I can trust you and your weird friend.
Yes.
I have one question for you.
Okay.
You're not working for the Weaver Legion, are you?
I hate those guys.
Oh, well. Sounds good to me.
I think we killed a few of them. And I don't know if they really
sounds
stay
even
dead
better.
long.
Yeah, I don't like them either, but listen, okay? Don't tell too many people about this, but you can tell Scruffy over there. That sword hilt that you have, that is the hilt of the God Slayer. You follow me?
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
shit, good shit.
So that belongs to a legendary sword that was split into multiple pieces. I don't know how many because I wasn't around for it, but it's it's one of the few things in the world that can take the god out of a god. Problem is, you just have to assemble it. But yeah, I don't really know. Well, I hope you don't have to kill any gods or demigods.
Well, what a coincidence. What?
What, you do have to kill a god or a demigod?
I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm planning to do. But that sounds like it could come in useful.
Wait a minute. Hand me back to the scruffy guy.
The compass wants to talk to you.
I'll take it.
It's for you.
So you hear the compass say to you, "Do you guys have to kill a god or a demigod?"
I mean,
What do you mean you don't know? This is a yes or no question.
look, we just
Like the most interaction with her.
we just met, you know. We're gotta feel. I'm not gonna go.
Oh, he hates the Black Weaver Legion as well.
Okay, I mean, fair. I mean, look, if you want to tell him, you can go ahead and tell him. I'm keeping my cards close to the chest for this one.
What am I gonna do? I'm a compass.
Pulling us in the wrong direction.
What do you think I look like? A seeing eye parrot?
I
that's
shouldn't
gonna
have said
try
that.
and
I
get
didn't
you
have the
killed?
compass.
We actually know exactly what you look like. It's kind of right in front of us on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
isn't
not
that a
really-
bit decomposed? I don't know if we could really tell what he looks like from besides.
Look, there
Dragon
may or
Lord.
may not be a god and or demigod that is involved with the Black Weaver Legion that may be on our list of enemies. So,
Okay, do me a favor and shut me closed, and then hand me off to somebody I can have. How do I put this nicely? An intelligent conversation with.
Hands of defeables.
Can I have the shiny back?
hand it back.
Can I have a
You didn't close it, did you?
I close it and then I hand it back.
Okay, and hand it to Harrow. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. He
How
kind
useful.
of rubs me the wrong way.
I think I could be very good friends with him if I took the time to talk to him.
It's kind of what I figured.
I'm going to stuff the compass.
All right, so
And
you can add it to
hilt
your inventory, I
in
guess.
Yeah, so search up in items. It's an item I made called Striker's Compass, and you can add it to your inventory. All right. Back up top, Leslie, what are you doing?
Looking for poisons. Basic
Wait.
cleaners.
Do you do poison? Give me another investigation check.
Listen, RJ, I'm trying to recreate Geist. Work with me here.
Extra
I mean, she is an invisible being trying to go around killing people with food, so I think she should get advantage for the rest of the night for that reference.
Boy.
Oh, that's a 16.
All right, so you're wandering around invisible, and you find a kind of like as you're snooping around, you find a dead rat near a closet.
Oh boy.
And I will say, when you look in this closet, you will find the equivalent of fantasy rat poison. What?
All I had to do was say Geist, and you were like, yes, rat poison it is.
Yes.
Oh, God. I will. Time to go.
Okay.
Gingerly scoop up the rat poison and scuttle back to the kitchen.
Okay.
Is there any food being prepared
Not at the moment.
that I would have seen? Not at the moment.
Not
Okay.
at the moment.
I guess I'm looking for like. I need liquids. Water, tea, something.
I will say you can find a wine cabinet.
I'm gonna put it in there.
You're gonna poison all the wine.
All the way now. What the fuck was that? I think my cat was calling me, but I'll ignore it for now.
Are you going to poison all of the wine?
No. What? Yes? Okay, I'll poison all the wine.
Give me a medicine check.
Oh boy. I actually think, yeah, I have a +7 to that. Okay. 17.
The child knows the most
18,
about
19, 20,
medicine.
22, 23, 24. 24.
All right, you have figured as much as you may know about medicine. You just think, yes, it'll be like healing people, but in reverse. Hello, yes, I am your local pharmacist. And you will divvy out the correct doses of rat poison to wine to kill somebody into each bottle of the wine in the wine cabinet.
Peace. Wait, cork. And when I'm done, I'm gonna scuttle back up to the room.
Hey, so Leslie, as you finish up and you have sufficiently poisoned all of the wine, the door to the kitchen opens up.
Fuck, hiding.
And in through the door comes Cleese and the Joy. And the two of them walk in nonchalantly, just having a conversation. And Cleese will say, "So, how do you like guarding slaves? Doesn't seem really much like something you would enjoy." "Well, I don't really enjoy guarding them, but I do like it when they try and run away, because then it gives me an excuse to cut them up." "Yeah, you've always had a strange obsession with that." He just kind of slides away from her a bit. And he'll just say, "I'm going to grab myself something to eat. Do you want anything?" "Oh, I don't know. I suppose I could go for a drink." "Oh, you're not going to drink on the job again, are you?" "Well, having to deal with that all day?" "I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but..." And she'll just sit there and go, "I can take my liquor, and I can certainly hide it from that pompous idiot." She's going to walk over to the wine cabinet, and Cleese is going to say, "I don't know." And she'll say, and she will take a bottle and put it in her coat. And she'll say, "What he doesn't know won't hurt him."
And we're gonna mark mark that in at 2 hours and 9 minutes is how long it took for the plan to go off the rails. Good job, everyone.
No, I consider this still on rails. We are on track. We are. This is the plan, possibly going a bit better.
I mean,
There is a chance.
Yes.
There is a chance one of these agents just accidentally offs themselves for us.
and then someone finds the dead body, and it's a problem.
So
They don't know what happened.
it's gonna take a minute to figure out that it was poisoned wine.
Besides, this woman definitely has plenty of enemies. People probably fucking hate her. They wouldn't be surprised if Sirius did it.
Fair.
And it's gonna take a minute for them to figure out that all of the wine is poisoned.
I guess. I'm just worried about
Where-
boosted security.
Look, man, we'll have to worry about that when we get there. But it's in Fate's hands now. But I say we're still on track, possibly doing better than expected.
In Fate's
Oh,
hands,
that's
that's the
fucking-
part I'm worried about. But yeah, let's go. Okay, let's go.
I mean, I'll take Fate's hands over RJ's
But what if they're one and the same?
because RJ's hands are weird and clammy.
I moisturize. And I will say, Leslie, you as they're bickering, going back and forth, you use that as an opportunity to get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, no, I'm getting the fuck out.
Lazuli invisible, just getting out, just.
I hope you drink it all, bitch.
I hope you chug it.
You choke on it and die.
I hope you enjoy it, because it's the last thing you'll enjoy.
Enjoy your drink, for it shall be your last.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will say you make your way back up to the group. So, Surak, you and Ball during this time were just going around the estate and taking mental notes of where things were. You went outside, you walked the premises, you took note of, just roll me a d20.
Oh, right. I'm also allowed to roll dice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy notion. This dice rolling game has players roll dice.
Fancy that, Dipsy's hat.
14.
Okay. You notice that the cages that the slaves are being held in, it's not super well maintained, and you think that given enough force, whether impact or explosive, could probably damage the structure enough to get people out. You also notice that there is the pit, and there's kind of like a grate towards the slave cages. You think it might be for taking care of waste or refuse, but you kind of have an idea that it probably goes to the cave system down below. And in terms of ways out, there is the metal door that you guys came in, and you're not sure, but you think that a place like this would probably have a secret exit rather than one way in, one way out. You just kind of the type of person that this guy is.
Sirius is absolutely the kind of coward to have a back door
Yep.
for himself.
But other than that, the walls seem pretty shored up. Things seem to be mostly in order, but the area over by the slave cages seems to be in the most disrepair.
It's a good thing that it's not the walls we're going to break.
Yep. And with that, I'd say by the time Leslie you get back, Ball and Surak will also finish their walk around the premises.
Okay. And it probably would have taken an hour by now. Again.
Yep.
That's how long invisibility lasts. So I did poison something. All of the wine.
All of the wine.
All of the wine. And
Ball is going to pick you up to bring you face to face with him, and he'll look you dead in the eyes and say, "Oh, you are very devilish, aren't you?"
I mean, I am half tiefling. But to put a cherry on the top. Just before I left, when Cleese and Joy came in, they were talking about something terrible. I don't know. I was paying attention more to like trying to be quiet. And the Joy decided she wanted to drink on the job, specifically wine. And I did poison all of the wine.
What kind of pompous, lackadaisical fool drinks while they're actively working? That
Serac.
impairs you.
Serac. I poisoned all of the wine.
I heard you. But what kind?
It's not gonna matter if she drinks it. No one's gonna know.
At least there's no rooms for balls this time.
Ball is going to look at you and say, well, I mean, technically you are in a ball room.
Okay,
right?
just because
That's-
you are in a room does not mean the room would be named after you.
Is that a pun?
I mean, I tried being funny.
By that same logic, it's a Gungnir room.
I think it's funny.
Or a Lazuli room.
It's everybody.
Technically, there's two Lazulis in this room, so she gets priority.
Okay, it's everybody's
Yeah,
room.
can-
It's our
Can I put
room.
Pillow Lazuli under the bed? She's kind of freaking me out.
Oh, that.
I've been avoiding looking at that thing. It's weird.
He'll just walk over and just hit it, and it'll turn back into a pillow.
Oh, thank God.
It was staring into your
There.
Is that
It's a-
polymorph?
Yes.
I haven't learned that trick yet. But I want to. Just to spite a little goblin.
Spine Ripper somewhere. Oh no! Now.
I have my way that Trenton won't get anywhere near any of us.
No. But if he does,
So one of my
I wanna
favorite
spite
things
him.
of Spine Ripper is just Spine Ripper turns Harrow into bread. Harrow comes back. I don't want to be the elf. I don't want to be the elf.
Yeah, I preferred Lazuli's follow-up of, well, you weren't banana bread, so you can't be the elf.
I don't want to be the elf.
I don't want to be the elf. So back down below, you guys have lined up your powder kegs around this third pillar. And from where you're standing, there are two caves going off to your left or to your right.
Any difference between the two?
I mean, one goes slightly up, one goes slightly down.
I don't know. What do you think?
Up and one goes down. Let's go up. I'm confused.
I guess we can go the up way.
Okay. So you will start going up. And as you're going up, you come to a very large open part of this cave. And you see a bunch of sleeping owlbears. And in the middle of this room is a large pillar.
Bring arrows to the pillar. And quiet.
Should we plan for what happens if they wake up?
They will not wake up. Understood.
Hey,
Vimos is gonna come up and go, "Hey, why are you guys whispering?" And as you do that, and make all that noise, you hear one of the owlbears just kind of, and then roll over and it's sleeping.
Okay, so we're gonna try to sneak through and plant the barrels. I think if they wake up, we need to, I don't know, scare them or something. So if you can make like a loud noise, like with one of your like little ones, they're not gonna do any damage, but like just like a, start.
Vimos is going to he's going to take the powder keg that he's holding, and he's going to open it, and he's going to start taking some of the black powder, and he's going to start throwing it like just in and around the owlbears gently.
Okay.
Just essentially using up one of the kegs to throw this powder. And he says, "Well, let's see how much they like being on fire."
Okay, but not until.
Not right now. Not yet.
Yeah, that's our emergency button.
Yeah. All right. So who is going in to plant the barrels?
Well, I'm feeling real. I'm feeling real slippery right now on account of the mutagen that's currently pumping through my system.
Okay.
So I will do my best.
If it's possible, I would like to assist, but if not, then I will probably wait back and watch.
If it's stealth, I don't think there's much you can do to assist.
Yeah. All right, Torval, give me a stealth check.
Okay. That would be a 17 total.
All righty. So Torval, you're walking along with powder kegs. You're taking them one by one. You're lining them up around the podium, and you're about halfway there when you're walking. And okay, an owlbear that is very close to you rolls over onto your foot.
I'm gonna gently set down the barrel.
Okay.
In a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just sort of like crouch down so I'm not like there's not too much leverage, not much disruption. I'm just gonna ever so gently tease the foot out.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
With pleasure.
8?
Oh, fuck.
I would like to use my inspiration.
Okay. Do have that. That is acceptable.
Use inspiration to roll a 1. Do it.
16.
16. Okay. So you are slowly working your foot out. You hear the owlbear moves a little bit and goes, "Oh." And then it goes right back into its slump sleeping pose, and you hear a loud snoring. And you slowly work your foot out until it's all the way out from under this owlbear.
Keep going. I may have to change my alcohol habits after this.
So from here, you get all the barrels up around this podium, and you run a fuse back to Vimos, who sets it up with the other set that you have going.
Sounds good.
And you guys are going to step back away from, this nest of owlbears, and Vimos is going to say, "All right, well, can't be much more pillars left, I think."
Hope not.
You want to try that other cave? See if there's something down there? Alrighty. So you guys head down to the left, and you see another pillar down at the end. And in this cave, there is a bunch of like kind of mishmash together, kind of bony, feathery. You're not quite sure. They're kind of big pellets, though.
I mean,
It's the shit cave.
as long as it's not where.
No, I think it's a different thing. But
This is
The
the
poop spot.
this is the owlbear pellets cave.
Yeah.
You know when owls
Sorry,
eat
the
things?
vomit.
Yeah, when owls
There
eat
you go. Yeah, it's like a
things, they
hairball.
spit up all the things they can't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're also part bear. Shouldn't they be able to eat most of this stuff?
It's the owl part that's like the face, so it kind of makes sense that some of their digestive system would work the same way.
Look, owlbears don't make any sense. Don't think about it too hard.
Look, I don't
I
have
was
Cyrus
thinking
here to
about
go
it very
into a
long
deep
and
dive
very
on
hard.
owlbear anatomy, so
But yeah, in here it's mostly just bones and coughed up feathers and whatnot.
Alright.
And you see the other pillar, and you guys go to work stacking, explosives around it. And Vimos just kind of does some mental notes, and he goes, "All right, so just you actually notice that he's been drawing the outline of the cave on his arm,
Nice.
and he's like, okay, so there's one there, and there was one there, and one in the middle, one over here, and one there. I mean, I'm not an architect or an engineer, but that seems like all the baseline supports for the plateau up above. I mean, if we blow it, that should be everything."
Cool. Then I guess we're good.
Yeah, let's just run the fuse back and I guess take it from there.
Hold on. Did we even go down that middle cave system?
Yeah, you guys went down all the cave systems.
Okay, I must have missed this.
Yep. So with
All right.
that, you guys will all go back to the mouth of the cave, now with a very large fuse system running throughout this entire cave system.
So, how long a fuse are we looking at, or do we need to decide that now?
Well, I didn't coat the fuses in anything yet, so depends on what you want me to coat them in.
All right. What? Well, give me time frames. What can we look at in terms of time?
Well, we don't coat them, and however long it takes to, run through the cave is how long it's gonna take. And this fuse, it burns pretty quickly. I'd say maybe about a foot a second. It's pretty fast.
Okay. Which would and how many feet?
All right, fine. Let me do some quick mental math here, okay? And he's gonna look back at his arm and just start dotting things out with his fingers. And I'd say it would give us about a minute.
All right. So that's probably well, unless we're like in a crisis situation, probably don't want to do that one. What about the coatings?
Okay, so I have two coatings.
All right.
I got one coating that probably give us maybe about maybe 3-4 minutes. But that one, it's a bit testy. I don't really I don't really trust the manufacturer. By the way, the manufacturer is me. It's a little experimental thing I've whipped up. It doesn't always work how I intend. But there is the stuff that I can guarantee that'll give us 10 minutes of time. That stuff's tested good.
I thought you said you could.
Also made by me.
I thought you said you could make this last for days.
Oh, I mean, yeah, in theory.
We need execution, not theory.
I mean, what do you want from me? Demolitions work is all theory. You don't know how it's gonna go until you actually do it.
All right. Well, we need to. The other thing we need to do is coordinate with the other team to know like what we're looking at here.
Well, then one of you should probably go talk to them. I think that.
Hey, Leo.
He's gonna, he'll be with you and go. Leo? My name is Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
Leo?
Yeah.
Why are you calling
Oh,
me
I'm
that?
sorry. Do you not like Leo? Fine. That well that they dropped you down. Where does that take you out at if I were to fly up it?
It takes you to the main yard, but there's lots of guards and stuff up there. I don't know why you'd want to go up there.
Okay. And how close would that put me to like the main building or whatever? I don't know.
Well, it would take you out to where he's gonna start, drawing in the dirt of the cave. Well, the well is over by the slave cages because they like to carry us over to the well to throw us in to be eaten by the owlbears. So that'll take you over the slave cages, and then you gotta walk across the yard, and well, then there's the big estate. It's the big white mansion-looking thing. You can't miss it. But it's on the other side of the yard.
Torval, Vimos, how many people do you think we can fit on the lifeboats we have here?
How big are the lifeboats?
They're big enough for about maybe 4 people each.
And did we hear how many? Did he say how many slaves there were up there?
He said somewhere around 50 to 80.
Not big.
Yeah,
enough.
we're not going to be able to take them off. We're not going to be able to take all of them through the lifeboats. How are you?
So
Okay,
I mean,
we'll figure.
I don't
Y'all
really.
keep forgetting that pure chaos was part of the second part of the plan.
I don't
Yeah.
really.
First, second, third.
I don't really. Really like doing it, but I do know. Well, okay. I have climbed up the well rope before to sneak my way up into the kitchen of when I get really desperate. They have really good food up there. Don't blame me. But I do know how to get to the estate relatively unseen to at least get in the kitchen. I've done it before.
Yeah, you know what? If you can help me out with doing that, we can probably get in there. I'll keep you safe. If someone does find us, I'll just pick you up and we'll fly away. They like to see them try and stop me. But we've got some people in there that we gotta go talk to. So if you could help me out with that, I think we could get that done.
And then Leomon's gonna sit there and look at the crow on your head, Torval, and go, "Is your little bird trained?"
I honestly have no idea. Are you trained?
The bird is going to angrily caw at you and then peck your forehead.
Well,
Of course, you fucking think.
I guess anything's worth
It
a
is,
shot.
just not by him.
And Leomund is going to look at the crow and say, "Does your crow have a name?"
Did it?
Salinger did not give you a name.
And that was his mistake.
Feathers.
Your crow's name is Feathers?
We'll go with that. Do you
So
like
the
feathers?
crow is going to look at you, and you're going to watch as its eyes just. And it is going to just grab a clump of your hair in its mouth and pull as hard as it can.
That's fair.
And
Telling you, stop being racist towards birds.
Leomund is going to say to the bird, "Please, Feathers, can you deliver a message to, who is this message going to?"
Should probably go to a really fancy looking feller who doesn't live here called Quincy.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how to write, so if you guys know how to write.
Sure. I'll take out a paper.
Okay. What are you going to write?
Need to explosives placed. Need to coordinate next steps of the plan. Do you have means of long-range communication?
Okay. And you will give that to Feathers. Feathers will peck your fingers and angrily take it from you. And just
sort of.
And then start flying up the well.
Okay.
All right, let me do some rolls here for Feathers.
Maybe I shouldn't have been so explicit about the bombs. Didn't think about
Alrighty.
this.
So, Surak, as you, Lazuli, Ball, and Gunir are hanging out in the guest room, you hear a tapping at the window. And you see the black raven that has been hanging out on Turtle's head with a note in its mouth, and it's tapping the window.
I'll walk over and open it.
And it is going to just, hop up onto your hand and tick. And you pet it, and it just lets you.
Just picks up a note.
Good bird.
So you read,
And
read
the note will be
Hang on.
what would
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
1 second. I kind of want to do something. Let me double check.
It was only after I sent him off that I realized how fucking bad it would be if he got caught. With that note. Dodged a bullet there.
And we don't have 10 minutes. Never mind. Okay, so what's the note say?
The note is just Torval saying, "Hey, the explosives have been planted. Need to coordinate rest of plan."
Do you have means of long-range communication?
Do you have means of
Did you read that out loud, Surak? Or are you handing it to us to read?
No, I'll read it out loud.
Well, I still got that paper.
Yeah, that would be quite useful.
It's only one way.
Make sure to mention the wine. We can't have Harrow deciding he needs a drink in the middle of this.
I'll just write this. Hold on.
I was hoping Ball might have telepathy or something.
I do not have sent it yet.
Goes to drink so that he can use his amulet of the drunkard. Dies
Fucking
instantly.
dies.
Die.
Harrow, I'm so much more powerful like this than Harrow. No! What? Well, shit.
I don't want to be an elf.
Come to think
His
of it,
epithet is just, I don't want to be the
come to
elf.
think of it, it would have been real smart to divvy up those papers before we started this.
Yes, it would have been, but
Well, you
I didn't think
can just
ahead.
write on the back of this one and then send it back to me if you need to. So,
Like
and I
that?
can send you more in it.
Are they? I thought they were one.
That's how it worked with Ball. I sent one to Ball and he just sent it back,
Guess it's
written
up,
on.
Guess it's up to RJ.
No. So with Ball, what you did was you sent him paper. So you sent one.
Oh
and you
yeah,
sent him-
yeah,
you
that's
sent
right. I
him- you
did.
sent-
So I'll just do that again. I'll send
Yeah.
you.
So as you're sitting there debating what you're gonna do with the paper bird, through the open window, a paper bird comes flying through and lands right in front of you, Lazuli.
I didn't send that.
Did you send one of those earlier?
Not that I recall.
I want to just look out the window just to be sure.
You look out the window, you see business as usual. Nothing outwardly suspicious.
Close
I'm
that.
sniffing it.
Okay.
Does it smell
Um,
funny?
Roll me an insight check.
I can barely see that. 19.
It
Natural.
smells
Hold on, no.
like oh wait.
21.
It smells like Triss.
Oh.
Okay, I open it up.
Oh, yeah, you did leave her a few sheets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you open it up and you read it, and it says, "Hello. I hope you're all doing fine. I just wanted to send you an update on how everyone in the tavern is faring.
Everything's on fire. We got
Yeah.
ransacked again. Iron has turned half the place into potatoes. Help.
She'll give you a bit of an update and overview of how things are doing. She'll mention that people have actually stopped by the tavern for food. Like they
shit.
stayed there like it's a tavern.
Has fish killed them?
She hasn't mentioned. And something else in the letter will say, I doubt it's of any consequence, but I will mention it. We have an irregular guest and someone claiming to be a member of a Golden Goblet Society stopped by. Not quite sure. Just to sum it up, apparently she says she's looking for her brother, has a tendency to blow up boats.
Oh no.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Well,
And
he did just blow
Not
one up.
accompanied with anyone?
well, what was she saying? She said we have an odd guest who won't. She says there's an odd guest staying at our tavern who won't shut up about dying.
There he is.
There he is!
There he is.
There's my boy! He keeps waking up at weird times. It makes me uncomfortable. Oh god. That's good. That makes me very happy. Okay.
He's always talking about it like 2 a.m.
Alright, let me finish writing this note tutorial.
Quick question. Did you read that out loud? Or
Yes.
pass it around? Okay. I'm sorry. Did that say won't shut up about dying? Do we?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's very.
Oh God! Back at the tavern, Reese, Byron. So you want to know about death, do you, young man? Well, sit down because I'm the expert. I've been dead for about 400 years.
I've been dead about 7 times. Is it 7? I think it's more like 11. Hold on.
Well, I mean, if you keep dying and come back to life, it sounds like you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to stay dead permanently.
Says a guy from the Weaver Legion.
Yeah,
He's also
well,
reanimated.
you know, I've got some rich parents. You're one to talk. Wait a minute.
I'm waiting for Reese to be like, yeah, well, at least when I come back, I can still eat.
What do you mean? I could eat too. I could just pop some food in his mouth out through the jaw.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'll
you're
be
fine.
done in a second.
You are all good.
Meanwhile, down below, fuck it, just blow it all up. Not really.
Say psych right now.
Fucking blow it up, Vemos. I mean, okay.
If you say so.
If you say so. Wait a minute, I'm still here. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm trying to think of a way to.
Then just turns into a Looney Tunes cartoon of Vimos chasing the fuse.
I'm trying to think of a way to make my boots of speed relevant to the plan, because that feels like it would be useful.
Run on the water.
They're used for running with wild theories.
Mm.
Okay. What else am I supposed to mention? I've got that I poisoned the wine. There's a lot of slaves. Best to do that chaos hostage phase. What? Anything else?
Mention that you should likely tell them about the agents just so they're on the same page as us.
Okay.
Alright. Phoebe, while you're typing this, Torval, I would like you to roll me a D100.
That is one of the scariest things a DM can say out of the blue.
Roll me a percentile, would you?
Alright, let me just pick out a couple dice here. There you are. That would be a 7. Flat 7.
What? 7.
I can't tell if that's good or bad.
Depends on the roll.
Alrighty.
Okay, and I fold it up into a nice little paper crane and just.
Alright, well, we'll see what happens before that arrives.
Sarak, make sure to open
Yeah.
the window as she's throwing it.
Alrighty.
Oh, I would have opened the window myself.
So, Torval,
Fair.
as you're standing there kind of thinking to yourself, debating what you're going to do, you find your eyes kind of glaze over and the darkness of the cave gets darker and darker and darker and darker.
Wait a minute.
So eventually you find yourself entirely surrounded
Not
by
again.
nothing but darkness.
God.
And from this darkness, you see just essentially just red eyes just appearing all around you, 360 degrees, just staring at you from any direction. And
Well,
you kind of hear off in the distance just
is it a female voice?
yep.
She's in your head.
Again. Miss me?
You'll hear calling. Well, you're hearing this voice from basically all directions. Oh, I don't know exactly what to call this, but I do find it very entertaining.
I mean, that's one word for it.
Tell me, what have you been up to?
Oh,
Actually, what is your name? I never asked.
That's a that's you can call me Torval if you must.
Oh, Orville. How simplistic.
It is what it is.
I see.
I didn't ask for this, It just happened.
Well, I have a bit of a theory.
Yeah?
Well, I wouldn't say you know him, but you met him. Salinger, yes?
Yeah, saddle me with an annoying bird.
Oh, yes, those birds, his agents, those watchful eyes. I think he's keeping an eye on you with that one crow. But, nevertheless, he offered you a book, did he not?
Yeah. It's kind of how I got sucked into another one of these. returned it.
Yes. Well, you can return the book, but you can't return the connection.
Great. Yeah, so you wanna explain why you just up and attacked us last time? I thought we were having a conversation.
Hmm. So you just kind of hear her ponder. Well, I've been cooped up for a very long. Perhaps maybe I got ahead of.
Yeah, maybe that. Guess that makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I can try to comprehend what that much time alone in a space like that would do to someone.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes, I don't think you. Now, I have a question for you, but I don't know if you'll be able to give me an answer.
Try me, I guess.
Do you know of something called the God Slayer?
Funny you say that.
Orville's like, oh boy.
It's like, well, what? I mean, the name kind of implies something.
Well, yes. Yes, it does.
I mean, it sounds impressive, whatever it is.
Oh, it's a sword. You could say I might be looking for it. You wouldn't happen to know where it is, would you? Oh, that's preposterous. You're not that in tune with things in the world. Silly of me to ask. But if you do come across it, that would be most gracious if you could give it to me.
What? I mean, it seems like you're in that sort of spectrum yourself. What would you need something like that for?
And then all of the eyes around you will dissipate into one eye. Well, there's somebody I would like to kill.
Oh, yeah?
God.
You want... I mean, if you want to elaborate or not, it's up to you. I can't...
Well, I don't know if you... And the eye just kind of getting closer and closer. I don't know if you've ever spited what's created you. But I've spited the thing that's created me my entire life. And I would enjoy nothing more than watching them die.
Yes, still some more ambiguity going on here.
Well, sounds like...
Best of luck in your endeavors, mortal.
I'll appreciate it.
I do hope our paths don't cross again. And with that, you will snap back.
To reality.
Snap back to reality.
Oh, there goes all
Oh,
your
there
health.
goes gravity.
Okay. Well, that's a thing.
That's heavy.
So when you come back, Demos is gonna look at you and go, he's like snapping his fingers in front of you. Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Oh, you zoned out for a moment there. You were kind of mumbling to yourself.
Yeah, I think that's becoming a bit of a thing.
Oh,
Other
you might
than-
want to see you might want to see a doctor about that. That in combination with your hot blood sounds like a serious problem.
I tried.
We'll see a better doctor.
If you find one, let me know.
I mean, Look, the only doctor I know between you and me is myself. But I'm not that kind of doctor.
Fair. Is the paper bird showing up yet?
Yeah, it just shows up and hits you in the head.
Okay. Ah!
Perfect. Are you reading it out loud or?
Yeah, I read it out loud. Yeah, so we got problems. We knew about the slaves. Apparently there's a chaos phase. I don't know if we specified exactly what that entails.
Yes, it's when we let all the pirates loose.
Alright.
And when we take Sirius hostage and we let all the pirates loose. That's why it's the chaos / hostage phase.
Alright, so Harrow, no booze when we're up there. That it is apparently poisoned.
Okay.
That
is unfortunate, but I'll have to deal with it.
Fucking drunk.
Okay, watch out for. Do we know who the Joy is?
You guys don't
Wait, I
know?
mentioned.
I don't think
You don't know her by name.
Alright, apparently there's
What I mentioned, Cleese you already know is here, but so is the Joy.
So apparently there's someone called the Joy. I don't know who that is, but we're supposed to avoid her. Where? Alright, how do we send back...
Liam, do you know who the Joy is?
Leomund will say the Joy? Oh, yeah, she's one of the collections agents that's been assigned here to, well, be a jerk to the slaves and I guess protect the pompous guy. She likes to cut people deeply. I don't like her. She's the one that threw me down here.
Oh. Well then, we'll make sure to kill her for you.
This is gonna be interesting.
So should we go back to the boat then, or?
Yeah, and I guess... I look at Feathers. It's like, do you think you can... What, did Feathers...
Feathers is not there.
Oh.
Feathers is with everyone else.
So I guess all we need to do is send a note back.
I did put extra paper in there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I put an extra paper in there for you.
Yeah, she said to send the letter back when we're on the boat, though.
Okay, so we'll get back to the boat, I guess.
Yeah.
Vimos is gonna say, well, somebody's gotta stay here and, babysit the bombs.
Yeah, I don't also... Yeah, I guess we'll send you a message.
Here's the thing, I can fly. So I could stay back with the bomb.
Well, I can't signal you if all of you are down. Someone can't. None of us can signal you if all of you are underground. So somebody's got to be there at least to signal. Harrow would probably be a good idea. He could just fly over the water.
I mean, yeah, we could... I guess if it's not too chaotic, we could also send a paper bird or something.
Back to, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, we'll make our way back to the boat.
Okay. So Vimos is gonna stay behind?
Yeah, and Harrow...
I mean, yeah, we've got two lifeboats. Me, you, and Leomund can go on our boat and go back to the ship. And then Vimos can stay here and light the fuse, I guess. I mean, he's got his lifeboat. I think he'll be good on his own, right?
I mean,
Vimos gives you a thumbs up. He thinks he'll be fine.
Alright. Sounds good.
Righty. So where we're going to where we're gonna end it here is just because I think this is funny personally. Hey Phoebe, what's in your mouth?
Oh, it's the
Okay.
end of this.
The end of the pen. So back at the tavern, Paxton's just sitting there mixing a drink.
God damn it.
So you like dying? That's weird.
It's not really like, it's more like it just happens enough times that it's not exactly an unpleasant experience. Listen, I have a friend in the afterlife. That's probably the most enjoyable part, is I get to talk to him again every time I die.
Okay. And he'll just kind of shake you up a drink as he's talking to you.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is 9 times.
It is 9
He
times.
has died 9 times.
And he'll just say, so who the heck was that golden lady looking for her
Oh, the
brother?
sister of a, I'd say companion, but he's kind of an asshole, so acquaintance of mine. He owes me a horse. That's most of the reason why I'm here.
He owes you a horse?
He owes me a horse.
End session.
He owes you a horse.
I knew Rista was following, but like, does that mean like
So it's Reese.
fucking Ace and I all like here too?
Yeah.
Maybe, but I doubt it. The reason Reese is here, you're keeping